great place to paddle. It's absolutely beautiful.
It is a great surprise to me that you're able to do this 10 minutes from where I live.
Kayaking in the state of Texas has exploded, and so we've tagged on to that.
All right!
Kayaking and canoeing are more popular than ever. And now here in Texas, there's a push for more and more paddling trails.
We're trying to develop a large inventory of paddling trails with lots of different venues so that we can reach a wide audience with a healthy outdoor experience. All right, and this is just the Birch Creek
State Park boat ramp.
boat ramp.
Yes, sir.
Ron Smith from the paddling planning team
And you got wildlife viewing.
is here as Lake Somerville State Park looks to open up their own paddling trail.
Part of the process for today is that we're going to be looking at the initial survey. And so we're going to get our initial GPS and GIS information.
Bathrooms on site.
Evaluate the put-ins and the takeouts, look at the aids to navigation and the hazards to navigation.
One concern on the lake is an invasive aquatic plant called hydrilla that could make paddling pretty tough.
Well, what we're going to mention about this spot is that there is a fairly heavy hydrilla population here in this area, so we'll have to make sure that people are aware. It's part of what's here and part of the paddling trail adventure.
Each paddling trail adventure starts at a public put-in with easy access, and signs provide trip details.
Let's go easy, easy.
In Houston, the Buffalo Bayou paddling trail meanders right through the heart of the city.
We need to go left here a little bit.
Bob Arthur is a river rat from way back.
I think I missed everything.
He's been paddling this bayou for 30 years now.
It's, I think, still the longest paddle trail in the state. 26 miles, and all of it within the city limits of Houston, Texas.
Oh, there's a log here. It's more natural than what I thought. Let me say it that way. It's more natural than what I expected, you know, so you really feel like, you know, you're in the middle of nowhere.
It's close. Just get in and go. And spend 2 or 3 hours in nature. If you listen, it's just quiet. You can't hear anything but what's supposed to be here.
The first official Texas paddling trail was Lighthouse Lakes, established in 1999 down along the coast at Aransas Pass.
Well, what we have is an endless maze of creeks and lakes.
Dean Thomas is a local guide who's been paddling these coastal channels since the trails opened up.
I bought me a kayak, started fishing about the same time these trails were developed, started exploring out here, and then got the idea that I could guide people into these areas. It's very secluded, it's very peaceful. A lot of these lakes are kayak only. It's just so shallow and so rocky in a lot of places. The only way to get through is a kayak.
The trail is actually a series of 4 loops. They range from 1 to 7 miles in length.
The Lighthouse Lakes trails are marked with trail markers, and with moderate paddling, you can do a very adventurous trip.
There's sightseeing at the historic lighthouse.
All the paddling trails that you could launch from the road lead out here to the lighthouse.
Sight in some colorful coastal birds.
We have every species on the coast.
Or you can sight cast for some trophy redfish.
The red fishing is world class in this area. We have anglers traveling from all over the country.
How you like that? It's about 23, 24 incher. Nice little red from Lighthouse Lakes.
Fishing here might be world class, but the silence and solitude is the true draw.
Once people come out and they spend a day in their kayak, they realize there's a whole lot more to it than just fishing. There's many days when I'm out here and I will sit back and put the rod in the holder and just enjoy the beauty of the place.
Back on Lake Somerville, Ron and the site survey team have finally made their way to the highlight of the trip, the lake's main tributary, Yahwah Creek.
How long do y'all propose this trail will be?
From our put-in spot to where the creek flows into the lake, it's about 6 miles.
That's a nice length for one of our trails.
It is. What's really nice about the Yahwah Creek this time of year is with all the hardwoods we have on the banks, it drops all the leaves in the fall, and you can see they're just all floating right here, all those autumn colors. I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised at this stretch of the Yahwah Creek. The habitat is pretty pristine. We have a lot of bottomland hardwood forests. They're just really beautiful, and people are going to like it.
It's a very unique venue for paddling, and that's our goal, is to create as many trails with as much uniqueness as we can throughout the state.
Truly unique and one of the jewels of the paddling trail system is the upper Guadalupe River between San Antonio and Austin.
This section of the Guadalupe River is very peaceful. You don't see a lot of development along here.
I think we're the first ones on the river today.
You just hear birds and the sound of your paddle going through the water.
Margaret Stambaugh, her kids, and friend Cliff Gossett get their paddles wet here on the Guadalupe every chance they get.
This particular stretch of this river is one of those stretches that you can use it as a starter, and when you get really good, you can still enjoy it. And that's why I still enjoy it, because it's close, it's clean, it's clear. And the kids just love it.
Woohoo! I personally like rivers with white water on them. It's just more fun for me. And so I do like the Guadalupe because it's close to Austin, and yet it has some fun stretches to challenge you a bit, but not too much. Good job, buddy.
You got to go through that hole.
Okay.
It will test you to get through it clean.
Right down this tube. Right here.
And that's something that the kids that don't have this opportunity will never know.
Yeah, we're good. Woohoo!
This new push for paddling trails gets folks out on the water and respects the nearby landowners at the same time.
So much of the river along the banks is private property, and it can be very tricky finding places to get in and out. And so I think it's wonderful that there's some established places.
The rivers are owned by the people, and what the public access does, it allows you to come down. It's public, you can stay, you can come and go as you please, and any time you please. And the river is yours.